Now guys, my last try for today. If it doesn't work, I will drop this video by tomorrow. At least I will try tomorrow. Like I said, the electromagnetic turtle, he engaged in battle in this semi-final against Set of Kyber that I already mentioned earlier. Yeah, which always was a very handy card. There you go. This is Wilder Kobold. I don't know how it's called in English. I just forgot about it. But he did not take that one in battle, but I don't know, I'm not sure about that. I think in a four against each other battle, he had it in his hand and showed it, as a matter of fact, to maybe to begin the battle, or to I don't know how to call it. In the very beginning of the 4 against each other battle, which was done for the very purpose to decide which has to be gone, which is first to be on the turn in the battle. All of them had to show a card, a monster card in particular, and which one of them had the most stars on the front could begin, and it was set in this row from highest to lowest, in which row they will take place. The battle will take place. Yeah, like I said, just one occasion that he used that one. Giant Soldier of Stone. Now that one, I think also in the first battle that he took that one, yeah. Now, Gamma, Alpha and Beta, the Magnet Warriors. It's quite clear that he had these 3 very often. The Comori Dragon, or I think it's in the anime it's called Devil Dragon or something like that. He also took, I think, in the first. These are all actually cards of the Duelist Kingdom saga, and as a result of that, they had just one appearance in Battle City, I think, and it was in the very first beginning match from Yugi. Queen's Knight, King's Knight, and Jack's Knight. These are the 3 which he mostly used to summon one of the god cards. And they were, as a matter of fact, also in good defense posture for him, as other arcs as well. Obnoxious Celtic Guardian. Now, I'm not sure about that one, when he used that. I know he also used it in the Cyber arc on the Calcus arc, but I'm not quite sure where he took or engaged that one in battle. I know he did it, but I'm not sure in which special match. Big Shield Gardener. This one, obviously, he used as a defensive, good defense card against Kaiba, for example. I know that he did that. Now, onto the spells. There are many of them, and not all are printed in the cards as cards from Konami, so they're anime exclusive. But Graceful Charity, Premature Burial, Book of Secret Arts, Card Instruction, Multiply, Monster Reborn, Exchange. One of his special Battle City cards that he used for very often was Exchange. Monster Reborn is a staple, and Multiply, of course, for his Kuribus at first, and later on for his Fiend Sanctuary. Card Destruction, I think and in the semi-final duel against Seto Kaiba. Graceful Charity. Also, Premature Burial, I'm not sure, and Book Secret Arts also in the battle against Kaiba, I think. Swords of Revealing Light. I think that was a very card he used against to stall against in the Battle City semi-final against Kaiba. Brain Control. Oh my god. I'm not sure. I think in the first duel against Rare Hunter he used this one. Of course, Polymerization whenever he called onto his Chimera, Mythical Beast. Then Diffusion. I'm not sure if you can see that. There we go. Diffusion he used, I think, in the semi-final against Seto Kaiba, as he had his ultimate dragon. Yeah. Card of Sanctity. That's a card that was so overpowered in the anime, of course, but in the original and in the card game it's very decreased. And it's might to have influence in the game. Change of Heart, also in the semi-final battle. Pot of Greed, more often, of course, in many battles. Magical Formula, in the very battle against Kaiba, which was that there were so many staples and cards that were activated during this duel, is because it was very intense and very long duel. I think this duel was in the anime about 3 or 4 episodes, so it was very long. It's like, except for the duel against in the finals against Marek, was this one of the most long-term duels, which needed a big amount of time. Magical Dimension, that is a card that he did take into the battle with Marek in the finals of Battle City, as well as Double Spell, I think, but I'm not sure, maybe it was also Kaiba. Mystic Box, that was a card that he used especially against Arcana. Diffusion Wave Motion was a card which was the very card that won him his battle against in the semifinals against Kaiba. Soul Taker in the finals against Yami Marek. Well, then on to his trips. Just a sec. collected power. This one he used in the first, I think it was quarterfinal game against Yami Bakura, which was very hard, long, and he almost lost this one. There was, I think, about one round left for Yami Bakura to get his destiny board complete. And as a matter of fact, yeah, he had a very harsh match against Yami Bakura. I know the match against Seto Kaiba was also very hard and long fought, and as I already said, very took very much time in terms of episodes. But yeah, about that card. Mystical Magic Mirror. That was a card that he had activated during his battle against Joey, as Joey was under the control of not Yami Merrick, but Merrick. Yeah, which decided his duel. And I think Joey used Hinotama or Meteor of Destruction. I think it was Meteor of Destruction, which put 1000 damage on either player's life points. I mean, it was designed to defeat Yughi, but as he had this very trap card, he could use it in either direction, and he used it against himself, so he lost. But I think in that moment that he used it against himself, Joey lifted the control about from Marek, and yeah, tried to save Yughi. It was really Yughi who fought against Joey's, I think, a marionette art-like body, but in the end it was Yughi who fought against him and not the King of Egypt at him. Yeah, that about that. Tribe, Regation of Tribe. This one he activated during his 4 against 4 battle. No, 4 against 4. 4 against each other, of course. Which decided the fate of the semifinals. Who has to run against 2. In order to save Joey from Kaiba's attack. He used that one. Chain Destruction. That was a very specific, decisive card which destroyed Rare Hunter's Exodia deck. Exodia pieces in his hands and his deck. Yeah. Then Light Sword, also a trap card he used against the very Rare Hunter, but also against in the semifinals against Kaiba, which banned Obelisk the Tormentor for 3 rounds, as well as 1 piece of Exodia in the battle against Rare Hunter. So Rope, I'm not sure, but I think he used that one also in the first match against Rare Hunter, which was his first Battle City official match. Magical Hats. That was a card that he obviously used against Arcana, I think. Yeah. Spellbinding Circle. In the semifinals against Seto Kaiba, he activated this one. I am not sure if he ever used the shift card, but I mean, not that like he never used it, but he did not use it in Metal City, I think. Maybe shortly before or just at the beginning of Battle City, but I'm not sure about that one. Mirror Force, that was a trap card that he activated against Seto Kaiba, I think, in the semifinals, but not sure about that one. Oh, maybe also in the 4th duel. But I'm not that sure about this one. Magical Jammer. Yeah. Guys, I'm not sure when he used it, but I'm sure that he did, so let's just skip this one. Magical Cylinder. That was a card that he, and I'm sure 100% certain that this one had a big influence on his duel against one of Merrick's servants, namely Strings, from which he took Slifer the Sky Dragon at the end. So there were a couple of other cards that he also used, but I didn't put them in the deck. For example, Dust Tornado. He used in the very first duel against Rare Hunter, as well as Time Seal and Light of Intervention. These 3 cards are excluded from the deck because he just used those 2 especially one time, and they are not that valuable. Dust Tornado can come in handy by time, but yeah, the better ones I also had put in this deck, so I have this one in the side deck, so to speak. Then he had another trap card which included the Dark Magician, but not the Dark Magician girl is here, as he drawn in this picture. Yeah, I decided to maybe put this one in the deck instead, perhaps. Then, of course, Fiend Sanctuary. Fiend Sanctuary wasn't a card of himself, because it was Seto Kaiba's card, and he gave it to him, but he had it in his deck during the final duel. So obviously it's not his card, but he had it once in his deck. Yeah, it was all about it. I also have Magician's Navigation, but this one, yeah, I might put that one in the deck as well. There were a couple of other cards, as I already mentioned, in the arc that are not printed yet. One of them will appear, I think, end of this year or beginning of next year, with the Seto Kaiba's back package, in which I included 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon, of course, and then also 3 trap cards, from which one Kaiba extracted from Yughi during he used the magic card of exchange, and one of them was in Yughi's card that now wasn't Kaiba's deck. I think it was, I don't know what it was called, but yeah, if I reach to that card, I will present it to you guys later on. So this was the Battle City deck from Yughi. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit the thumbs up, like button, subscribe button, and yeah, I try to make more content more often, but yeah, time is short, and yeah, I like to do it, and I like to do it again, but yeah, I have to look also after my life, of course. Still love it doing these kind of videos, and hope you guys are well, and see you in the next one.